Alrighty, hey guys, welcome back to another video. And today I decided to, well, not today, pretty much the last couple of days, I decided to watch the dev streams of the content creators, the big content creators. One of them was German, then we had ESO, and we had another English content creator. They were talking to the devs, they were streaming on the devs official Twitch, YouTube, and all the other social medias. And I pretty much took some notes. They're kind of very brief notes. It's nothing too crazy. And they're not really in any order whatsoever. It was kind of late, so when I was watching most of the streams, I was kind of out of it. But at the same time, I was writing down all the stuff that I could hear and stuff of that nature. I've been kind of busy, so it's been kind of hard to, just sit down and watch all of it. But I wanted to do it for you guys, so you guys can get all the info that you can. If you guys are on my Discord, you've seen what's happened to my car and stuff of that nature. You know what I mean? You know, life hits you. But I still want to bring you guys all the info that I can. So yeah. Took notes. They're not that much in order, but I think there are a lot of good info about future changes and stuff of that nature that I think you guys do want to hear. Also, I want to add this to the beginning of the video. All these future changes that the devs are stating in this, they are subject to change because the development process changes a lot. So take a lot of these with a grain of salt, but know they are coming from a good place. So I am going to link the Tailwar's Twitch channel. You can also find it on their YouTube channel, but the link down below will be the Twitch channel, and all the streams that they did do in the past week are going to be on there as well. There's going to be one in German and two in English, and the link to that will be down below if you want to view it in their entirety after you see these notes to see if you can find out more. And by the way, I had a viewer translate the German stream info for me. I didn't want to shout him out, but he said he didn't really want a shout out. So thanks to you. You know who you are. I appreciate you a lot. Alrighty, so let's get into the info. Like I said, it's no order whatsoever. We're just going to talk about it. Going to give, and as always, I have a script. It's going to be on the screen right now. All the info that I state from now on, and all the links that are stated, everything will be down below in the description, so you can read it over. If English isn't your first language, you can translate it, and pretty much there you go. So let's get to it. So first, the devs state that they are working on an education system for your heirs/kids. So when your main character dies and you have to play as an heir, you will pretty much go into another character creation screen or a different version of it. They're still working on it, but that's kind of how they explained it. Next we have is the devs say they do love co-op, but it is not a priority right now at all. There are some modders that are coming together to try to make this happen, and they are looking for more help. If you are a modder and you want to join their team, they are looking for help. And also the modders did make a YouTube video, so if you are interested in that, or if you're interested in seeing how the project goes, I'm going to link that YouTube video down below. Go show it some love. Hey, tell them I sent you, whatever you want to do. But yeah, if you do want to see this happen, if you do want to see the modders come together, go show it some love, right? The link to that video will be down below. Next, devs have started working on a revolution system, but they don't have much info as of right now, but kind of like how obviously citizens can revolt and stuff like that, and civil wars can happen. They didn't state that civil wars are going to happen, but they stated that a revolution system is in the works. And this has also been confirmed from previous posts that we have gone over in previous videos on forum threads. Next we have is Naval Combat, and it's not being worked on right now. The devs state that maybe after the game is finished, they would be interested in working on it, maybe as like a DLC or something of that nature, but not right now, as they state. Next, the devs state there will be a separate sandbox star added that will have no story. The devs state they added the main story as a guide for new players to get started and progress through the game. It wasn't meant to be like a deep story or a very long story. It was just pretty much some goals to, just not, so for new players who just get thrown into the map and have no idea what they're doing, this at least gives them some stuff to do, you know what I mean, or something to keep their eye on, if that kind of makes sense, right? But they are going to add a mode where the main story doesn't exist at all, but they are going to keep the main story for people who do want to go that route. Next, Devs say that sieges will be longer processes in the future because they are adding more scenes than just the siege. Obviously, the one where we can put the trebuchets on the map and the catapults. That's the siege scene, and then we have the assault scene where you pretty much attack the castle or the town. They said they are going to add more scenes. They said that this will take a lot of time, and they do have a lot to do before this can come out. Devs also state they have a lot of plans for the crafting and smithing system in general, and they pretty much they do like the current system, they stated, but they want to add new aspects to this system and pretty much new game aspects to the system to improve it further. So we're going to see how that goes. Next, there's duels between lords. What's it called? Pretty much as a replacement for battles or sieges. The devs state that this is in the works. They didn't want to add it in initially, but they are working on a way to balance it and pretty much implement it as a feature, kind of like how the hideout boss option works, where you can choose to duel him or attack him as like a team. It'll be kind of similar to that, but a little bit different as well. Devs also stated they will balance Lord's death rates very soon. They just wanted to see how the new in-battle death system works that we have gotten in 1.5.1, but they said that they just want to pretty much run some tests with the players, and then they will fix it if it needs to be fixed, because players are stating that Lords are dying very, very often, which I can agree upon. Next we have is more cutscenes, engagement screens, and voice-acted lines for pretty much voice-acted lines for very common lines that you hear a lot of NPCs or AI talk about. They are coming in the future. Devs say that they are going to add onto the quest, that pretty much the quest that has to do with saving your brother, they're going to add onto it. And also they are working on improving the conspiracy quest as a whole. Devs say that there will be a new system for recruiting prisoners. And also, horses will be changed in the future. Pretty much in terms of, you may lose your horse in your inventory if you lose the horse in battle, and something of that nature. Next, you have his crossbows on the horseback are coming soon, and cheering and taunts are coming soon to multiplayer as well. Next, you have his banners. So a lot of people want to hear about banners, and the devs say they will most likely be visual. They are doing tests, but it most likely will not be held in troops' hands, pretty much replacing weapons. They'll probably be tied to the horse or something like that, but we'll see how that goes. And like I said above, if I didn't state above, a lot of these things that I'm stating, they're subject to change, so take it with a grain of salt, right? Next we have is siege ladders. What's it called? Oh, sorry about that. Next we have is soon you will get gear from capturing lords. It won't be all the gear, but a portion of it. It's pretty much the same thing as if you want to fight, let's say, against 100 looters. You're not going to get all their weapons, but you're going to get a portion of their gear, right? Portion of their weapons. It'll be kind of the same thing with capturing lords, which I think is a great change once it does happen. Siege ladders are being worked on, and AI movement in general is being worked on, but there is no ETA on the changes as of right now. I know that's a hot topic, but they are being worked on. And lastly, we have his AI archers will soon try to make every arrow count. And when they do have less arrows, they will only fire when they are pretty much very likely to hit with the arrow, which I think is very cool. So that's pretty much all the important, interesting info that I got for you guys today. There's plenty more talked about on those streams. So like I stated, link to the Tailwheels Twitch channel will be down below if you do want to go check that out. But lastly, I'm gonna end this video the same way most of my update and dev talk videos. I want to thank the developers for staying active and bringing some good changes. I think the events they did and the tournaments they did recently were very, very good. And also the patch 1.5.1 was a very, I would say it was a success in my opinion. But also I do have a video on how you can revert your game to any other patch released. So if you're having problems on the current patch, or if you can't get to the current patch, check out the video below. It's going to pretty much help you either revert to another patch or change to the most recent patch. Also, I did start a Patreon, and it's nothing crazy. I'm using it for just basic support. There's no paywalling. My content's always going to be free, but my content does take some time to make. So if you do want to support me and what I do further, check it out. The link will be down below. And hopefully this was informative. Ask me any questions, any concerns, and like always, stay safe.